Production giant Netflix is on the way in, but there's concern movies and TV shows will stay out of New Mexico if the state doesn't lift the rebate cap for productions. This after the state announced it has a backlog of $180 million in credits to pay out. Here's News 13's Madeline Schmidt.
Jessica, this is something lawmakers have tried to change as recently as last January, but the measures have never passed. The odds look much better this year, and some say it's just in the nick of time.
Netflix in Albuquerque is a huge deal for our community.
New Mexico has been thrust into the forefront of the film industry, but some worry that spotlight could soon fade.
These film producers are essentially standing in line, and they're not standing in line anymore. They're going elsewhere. So we need to bring them back. We need to remove the cap.
The state revealed it's sitting on a $180 million backlog of tax credits owed to productions. The very thing encouraging them to come here could become an issue. The state has a $50 million annual credit payout cap, meaning some production companies will have to wait years for their money.
Rebates aren't a perk in the film industry. Rebates are what the film industry runs on.
It's something Representative Mo Maestas.
We get more than our dollar's worth for the tax credit.
And locals who work in the film industry like Keith Allen West want to see eliminated.
This is home to me. So yeah, I can travel other places to work and be an actor, but I want to work in my hometown, in my home state. This is where I want to be, this is where I want to raise a family, and that's why I think the incentives are so important, is to keep people in New Mexico.
Keeping the filmmakers, big and small, here.
Netflix is the #1 filmmaker in the world, and they're here in Albuquerque. So we want the smaller filmmakers to have access as well. And so that line is getting longer and longer. We need to shorten that line and bring more films to New Mexico.
In a statement, Michelle Lujan Grisham says part of her goal to double the film production in our state includes raising or eliminating the film credit cap. The governor-elect also says she'll work with the legislature to develop a plan to eliminate the $180 million backlog. Representative Maestas says he will once again introduce a bill this year to raise or remove the cap. The legislative session begins January 15th. Jessica, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Madeline. Production companies get 25 to 30% back from the state on certain expenses.